A United States Congressman loses his daughter to sudden death. What could have killed her? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is another declaration of truth from your host, Terry A. Hurlbut. And you heard correctly. On Monday evening, Representative Sean Casten of Illinois announced that his 17-year-old daughter Gwen had silently passed away, apparently in her sleep. Of course, the family has my condolences and my prayers. We're going to talk a little bit about this girl's life. And we're going to lay politics aside beyond the bare facts. But then we're also going to observe that an awful lot of young people are dying suddenly, and we have to ask why. Before I begin, I want to shout out to the sponsor of this channel, which is Conservative News and Views, link in the description. Be sure to check out the awesome CNAV Store. Scroll down near the bottom for that link. Lots of good merchandise there, including this t-shirt you see me wearing, Rhino Hunting. While I'm on the subject, I'll shout out to another sponsor, BitNext. This is your replacement for Zoom, Slack, the Google G Suite, Microsoft Office 365, Dropbox, WeTransfer, and Chili Piper, among others. Unlike any of them, BitNext protects your content and conversations so well that even the administrators can't see it. So this is your channel for secure comms, conferencing, cloud storage, and file sharing. Best of all, everything is back in, so you don't even need client software. If you have a browser, you can use BitNext. Follow the link and give them a try. 28 days free of charge. You can't beat that with a stick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please maintain a respectful silence. Well, whoever called death the great equalizer was not joking. Representative Casten made the announcement on his blue checkmark Twitter account. I have a link to it in the description. He said, quote, "This morning, Congressman Casten's beloved daughter Gwen, 17, passed away. The Casten family requests privacy, and we will be issuing no further comment during this heartbreaking time," unquote, Representative Sean Casten. The Chicago Tribune carried further details, but even these are sketchy. The Castens live in the Chicago suburb of Downers Grove. At 7 a.m. Central, Downers Grove police responded to a call, quote, "for an unresponsive 17-year-old female. First responders determined that the subject was deceased," unquote, the Downers Grove police. Sean Casten is facing a primary fight with a fellow Democrat incumbent. This is the result of a census that saw Illinois lose a House seat. Gwen Casten recorded a campaign ad for her father, and I have a link to that in the description. She talks about how excited she is that she'll soon be old enough to vote for her father, or so she thought at the time. In fact, she enthusiastically shared his political positions, mainly gun control and abortion. In fact, she was part of March for Our Lives, and even helped organize training in how to treat gunshot wounds. I have another link in the description to a tribute to that effort. Now, politics aside, you can see that Gwen Casten's heart was definitely in the right place. The training she helped organize might save lives someday, and one can only applaud such a gesture. But that leaves us with how she died and why. We see no question of violence, and this home had no trouble in it. We have a girl dying in her sleep. The problem is, we're not used to seeing teenagers, children, and young adults die so suddenly without apparent explanation. In fact, Gwen Casten seems to be the latest statistics of a new epidemiological finding. Call it sudden adult death syndrome. If that sounds familiar, it should. It sounds very much like sudden infant death syndrome, doesn't it? Why are young people like Gwen Casten dying so suddenly, either in their sleep or after some athletic exertion? Further, why are we seeing this beginning this year, after 2 years of the virus that shall remain nameless? Coincidence? You decide. But remember what a certain writer of thrillers said about coincidences. To paraphrase, once is happenstance, twice is coincidence, and the third time it's a pattern. Unquote, Ian Fleming. Sort of. Link in the description to the article, to the 3 tweets I mentioned, and to Conservative News and Views. I have another link to the awesome online store and to BitNext, as I also mentioned. And if you like what you've heard, you can like this video and subscribe to this channel. This is Terry A. Hurlbut delivering another declaration of truth and reminding you to let the truth set you free.